Imagine it's 1917. World War I has been tearing Europe apart for 3 brutal years. Across the Atlantic, the United States is watching, officially neutral but leaning towards the Allies. Far from the trenches, in a quiet office in London, a team of codebreakers is about to intercept a message that will change the course of history. This is the story of the Zimmermann telegram. So, what exactly was this telegram? On January 16, 1917, Germany's Foreign Secretary, Arthur Zimmermann, sent a top-secret, encrypted message to the German ambassador in Mexico. The message was a bombshell. It proposed a military alliance between Germany and Mexico if the United States entered the war against Germany. Think about that for a second. Germany was essentially telling Mexico, hey, if you attack the United States, we'll back you up, and when we win, we'll help you reclaim lost territories, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona. It was an incredibly audacious plan. Germany's goal was simple: keep America busy on its own border, preventing them from sending troops and supplies to Europe. This would give Germany the time it needed to unleash its unrestricted submarine warfare and win the war. But there was a problem for Germany. The telegram had to cross the Atlantic, and the most direct undersea cables were controlled by the British. The Germans, trying to be clever, used several routes, including one routed through the American embassy itself, believing it was secure. They couldn't have been more wrong. British naval intelligence, specifically the cryptographers in a department known as Room 40, had been secretly intercepting and deciphering German communications since the start of the war. They had a copy of the German code book, salvaged from a sunken warship. When Zimmermann's message came through, they got to work. It took them weeks to piece it together, but what they uncovered was pure political dynamite. Now the British had a dilemma. If they revealed the telegram, they would also reveal that they had broken the German codes, and Germany would immediately change them. This intelligence advantage was priceless, so they devised a brilliant plan to obscure the source. They obtained a copy of the retransmitted telegram from a telegraph office in Mexico. This version had minor encryption flaws, which allowed them to redecipher it and pretend they'd gotten it from a spy in Mexico, not from their own secret listening posts. On February 24th, the British presented the decrypted telegram to the American government. President Woodrow Wilson was stunned. For years, he had campaigned on a platform of keeping America out of the war. But this was a direct threat to American soil. The news was leaked to the press, and on March 1st, it exploded onto the front pages of newspapers across the country. At first, many Americans thought it was a fake, a clever piece of British propaganda designed to drag them into the conflict. But then, in a staggering political miscalculation, Arthur Zimmermann himself confirmed it was real. He gave a speech admitting he had sent the telegram, trying to justify it as a purely defensive measure that would only be enacted if the U.S. declared war first. That admission sealed the deal. Public outrage in America reached a boiling point. The idea of a German-backed invasion from Mexico was terrifying and infuriating. The Zimmermann telegram shattered the last remnants of American neutrality. Just 1 month later, on April 6, 1917, the United States Congress officially declared war on Germany. The arrival of fresh American troops and resources would prove decisive, ultimately helping to end the Great War. The Zimmermann telegram is a perfect example of how a single piece of intelligence can dramatically alter world events. It was a catalyst, a final push that propelled a reluctant nation into a global conflict and cemented its role as a world power. It's a fascinating story of espionage, miscalculation, and the power of words. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history. Let me know in the comments what other historical events you'd like to see covered. Until next time, stay curious.